instead of saying things, let me say the three groups that I'll miss the most: my colleagues, the community members that I have much more regular interaction with as a function of being chancellor, and the students. So many deep friendships that I have made over the years, particularly when I think back on the opportunity that I had as vice president of instruction, and Martha Cantor kind of giving me full reign, if you will, to hire faculty. There was one point, well, I think probably the largest number of faculty we ever hired for De Anza was the class of 2000. And I had 28 faculty in instruction. And I think the non-instructional areas had another 4 or 5. So that was huge bringing that in. And as VP of instruction, I got to sit on the tenure committees for all those individuals, as well as those who were in phase 1 and phase 2, because I started as VP in 99. And then subsequent, so the overlap, so the chance to get to know a lot of faculty in a very specific way, the fact that I was in student services for actually more years than instruction allowed me to meet so many of our classified professionals. And my first job at De Anza was as Dean of Matriculation. So in having financial aid and A&R and assessment and outreach reporting to me, again, just, deep connections with people who even in their retirement remain good friends. So that's, a piece I am definitely going to miss. And then I'm not adding to that group of friends because I won't be here to meet the new people. The community members, oh my gosh, the commissions at both colleges, because certainly there were strong connections at both times that I was at Foothill and De Anza, our foundation board. And then of course, just all the connections as a function of board service that I've offered. I'm remaining as a Los Altos Rotarian. That group is like family. And when you look at just their contributions to the Los Altos Rotary, to the Veterans Resource Center at Foothill, that is probably in excess of $1 million now. If we counted up everything since the time that they've got very heavily invested in supporting us in a lot of ways, that is just, I can't possibly leave them behind. And so I'm looking forward to that. And when I think about the students, it has been so much fun. And even as chancellor, even though I'm definitely more removed than in any other position that I've held, the fact that I could travel to Sacramento and to Washington with our trustees, the open office hours that I've had at both colleges, even the Sunnyvale Center over the years, my coffee trains, about my infamous coffee trains, were like, okay, I'll just go through and I'll buy for anybody who said. That's where I often met a lot of students and would just be so amazed when months later, somebody would say, oh, you bought me a cup of coffee 2 months ago. And just to talk to them about, what brought them to Foothill-De Anza and what are their aspirations, and just having that kind of connection. It just, again, that reminder of why we're here, and just remembering my own inability, lack of funding to buy much when I was a college student. And so just to see their faces light up with like, you can buy anything you want, even a snack. And like somebody would go, could I get a mocha? Yes, you can get a mocha. It's just, there's just no adequate way of really describing just how much fun that is. And hopefully that's, one more connection that they have to our colleges.